Welcome back to another episode of Connected Dots. I am your host, Lou Icewater, aka Duquan Hicks. And as I say it again, happy Martin Luther King Day. Yay! Martin Luther King, all right? Let's talk about Martin Luther King for a minute, okay? Um, a lot of people, you know, like myself, I respect what Martin Luther King did. But also, I'm a Malcolm X fan too because I'm a by any means necessary type of guy. But today, we're going to talk about Martin. Martin Luther King has met a lot. He's done things peacefully, he's marched, he's seen riots, he's been locked up for, doing the right thing. This dude had so much class and so much dignity. It can't be taken lightly. Okay? So, Martin Luther King, and I'm gonna say this again, this guy right here, you know what I'm saying, has done tremendous and amazing things. Him and his family, the King family, and I'll shout out to the King family as well. You know what I'm saying? Um, like I said, today is his birthday. We look at the monuments they have in DC. We look at the stuff they have in Alabama, the stuff they have in Georgia, the things that's going on in Memphis, Tennessee, and things around the whole country in the world. This guy was like one of the role models that really represented us in a right way. And people really need to sometimes just think back. Excuse me, Lord. Excuse me, America. Sometimes the only thing we think about is, I have a dream. We think about that speech. But I don't think about that speech. You know what I'm saying? I don't think about that speech as much as everybody else does. It was an important speech, but I think about the other things. The march on the bridge going into Alabama, into hostile territory. To me, that was more than the I have a dream speech. That, to me, that meant more. You know what I'm saying? Him getting locked up for nothing. He didn't commit a crime, but they locked him up anyway. Him doing stuff non-violently. To me, those things I love about Martin Luther King than the I have a dream speech. Don't get me wrong. The I have a dream speech was classic and everybody talks about it and we play that. But I look at the other stuff that he has done more than the speech. You know what I'm saying? I look at the other stuff that he's created. And his legacy will never be forgotten. Because this guy, first of all, he showed us how to be real. He showed us how to maneuver in situations without violence. And nowadays, that's kind of hard because, you got to deal with certain people who are very, very violent. You have like a lot of violent people out here who they want to make a name for themselves. But this guy did not care. And the way he did it, that's right to me. That's one of the reasons why I love King. And that's one of the reasons why you'll never see me at work. You know what I'm saying? On Martin Luther King. I will not work on Martin Luther King. And every black person who knows the history should stay home as well. I'm not saying quit your job. I'm not saying, call out. If you at work, you at work. You at work, you at work. I'm just saying next year, mark it down on your calendar. You're not coming in. That's it. You're not coming in. And that's how it should be. So like I said, happy birthday, Martin Luther King. It seems like every year the date has changed when we celebrate it. So people really don't know exactly when his birthday is, but you can always Google and then you can find out exactly when his birthday is. Okay? So, question for the day. So, we so used to calling ladies boss chicks, right? But I'm not calling them boss chicks anymore. I'm going to call them alphas. You know how you have the alpha man? So a boss chick to me is like an alpha woman. So my question of the day is, do you think an alpha man and an alpha woman can get along in the same household? And the reason why I asked this question, because both of these people are so dominant. They're not used to no's, and they're the ones that's calling the shots. So can you have two people with the same type of interior calling the shots, and without one belittling the other because they both were alphas? If you know people like that, comment. If you think that can work, comment and tell me why you think that can work, because I've never in my life seen two alpha people do it. Now, there's a difference between alpha and strong. Alpha is dominant. That means no slip ups. They always win. Strong means you can win. You might win this day. You might win most of your battles, but not all of your battles. So let's not get alpha and strong woman or strong man confused. So I'm going to reiterate that. That's my adult word for the day. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know I'm like the black Mr. Rogers with the, you know, with the V-neck sweaters on. All I need is pudding pops, and then let me stop. But anyway, like I said before, and I say it again, do you think an alpha man, alpha woman, aka boss chick, you think that they can work? And tell me how it can work, because they're both dominant structures in the household. That's something to think about. So now I'm going to talk about what's going on in hip hop, and I don't like it. I might look at it, I might post it to someone else, but it seems like everybody is trying to diss everybody, putting people's business out there in the street. If you're going to do it on wax. Don't do it on Instagram. Don't do it on wax. I don't know, the whole world don't have to know the receipts of how the date went down and all this crazy stuff, man. Let's get it together, man. I thought this was in time of enlightenment. This is why I keep telling y'all, this is why hip hop is not going to last, because we're destroying our own. You know what's really sad about this? It's the elders, my era. They're the ones that's arguing with each other. My era type of dudes. It ain't even the young ones. So think about it for a minute. The young ones killing, shooting, but we arguing over stupid stuff. And y'all need to stop that, man. Y'all made money together. Y'all went on tours together. And now all this is happening. Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it, man. All that pettiness. And I'm a petty person, but I'm not taking it to that point where I'm going to call my dudes out and on social media. Let's cut the petty stuff out. Cut the pettiness out, and let's get it in. You know what I mean? Sorry for keep touching my hair. I'm acting like Zach on Sisters. You know what I mean? You know, I'm interested in money. Anyway, so I'm going to ask some questions. You tell me what you think. What was more impactful? Dr. Dre leaving Death Row or Ice Cube leaving NWA? Now, before you answer and comment on it, think about what I just said. For me, I think it was Dr. Dre leaving Death Row, because after he left Death Row went downhill. Tupac died, and then after that, you didn't even hear anything about Death Row. It went downhill since then. Nobody was the same. Artists started leaving. Things started happening. So I think, for my opinion, I think Dr. Dre leaving Death Row. You tell me what you think. My other question is, okay, who got hurt the most? Was it Eric B? Was it Rakim after Eric B left? Or was it Leaders of the New School after Busta Rhymes left? Think about that for a minute. Really hard. I thought about it. It was like a tie to me, because Leaders didn't do nothing after Busta Rhymes left. And Busta just, see how he is, an icon. But then I look at Eric B and Rakim. The reason why I say this, because after Eric B left Rakim had songs, but he didn't have any great albums. Great albums like the first ones he had. He didn't have like classic albums like he had when he was with Eric B. You can say what you want, and I love Rakim. I'm a Rakim fanatic. I love him. But think about what I just said. I just want to hear the narrative. Think about what I just said. What was more impactful? It's not no beef. It's not a diss. It's just a question. I just want to hear what y'all think. That's all. See how I'm talking? I'm talking in a manly way. I'm not dissing. I'm not beefing. I'm just telling you, what do you think? Oh yeah, rest in peace to my man Adore, Ador. He had this song called Let It All Hang Out, produced by Pete Rock. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I can't believe you died so early. I don't know what you died of, but rest in peace. And my condolences to him and his family. It seemed like we lost a lot of hip hop people in the past 2 or 3 years. And it's like, it's unbelievable. It's crazy. Really, it is. You know what I mean? Another hip hop question. You tell me, who do you think is the best group that came out of Long Island? Now I want you to think about it. EPMD, Public Enemy, or De La Soul? That's tough. To me, that's a tough one. I'm gonna say EPMD, but then they stopped. They would have been my best group ever if they wouldn't have broke up. Then Public Enemy, when they came on the scene, everybody was on Public Enemy. But then you got De La Soul, who consistently made songs. So I'm going to say it's a toss-up between PE and EPMD. If EPMD would have never broke up, they would have been the best, period, in my book. They had the best squad. They had the best songs. They had a producer. They had rhymers. But Public Enemy had a sound and the voice. And the Bomb Squad, yo, they did some dope beats too. I cannot lie. Can't lie on that. You know what I mean? I can't lie on those things. So these are questions that I like to ask people because I want to hear what's your comments on it, what I just said. So all those questions I asked, comment on it. Who you think was this and that? Who you think was this and that? Comment on this because this is crazy, you know. I got one more. Who do you think is the funniest? ODB or Flavor Flav? Now, who you think is the funniest? Now, before you answer that, think, go back, because they both had some iconic flavor. They both had some iconic laughters that make you crack up. So, something to think about. I think about questions like these because, you know, this is what I like, man. This is what I like to do. My collabs. I would like to see Rakim and Kane finally make an album together. I think that it will go gold and platinum because people been waiting for this. And if they got the right producers, I think that album will be dope. I would like to hear that. I think Lady of Rage and Yo-Yo, y'all need to make an album together. I think that would be dope. Just something to think about. You know what I mean? I would like to hear Remy Ma, Bronx Girls, Remy Ma, and man, the girl that's making noise from the Bronx. Man, see, I'm going with the scar on her face. Man, I can't think of her name. Scarlett. I would like to hear them make an album together. I think it would be raw and raunchy. Call it Bronx Females or BX Women or something like that, or even a song. You know, these are my collabs I want to hear. These are my collaborations that I would love to hear. If they ever did something together, I think it would be dope. You know what I mean? Think about it. I think it would be dope. You know what I'm saying? Last but not least, who do you think has had a better career since they left their group? Out of these three, is it The Game, Lloyd Banks, or Jim Jones? Musically, not anything else, but musically, who's had a better musically career after they left? Now think hard about that one. Tell me, what do you think about these questions? It's Martin Luther King, so I'm bringing peace. I'm bringing peace and blessings. That's all I'm bringing. So anyway, enjoy your time. Enjoy your day off. Enjoy MLK Day. Watch some basketball games and some good NBA on today. I want people to be safe out there. Be cool. You know what I mean? Be sweet. Understand the flavor. And also, check me out. I have another one. Sports tomorrow. That's right. I got a sports edition coming tomorrow. So I think y'all need to check that out. And also, if you want to be a guest on Connected Dots, hit me up in my inbox. Email louicewater1 at gmail.com. That's louicewater1 at gmail.com. Or you can hit me up on my Facebook page, Duquan Hicks. You know what I'm saying? On my Instagram page, that's LOUIS.Hicks714. You can reach me at any three spots. If you want any clothes, you know what I'm saying? If you want any LHJR, that's what I still do. My clothing line. Yo, go on the website. It's LHJR.square.site. And that's SITE, site. Okay? So if you want any clothes, hoodies, whatever, I got you. And like I said, if you need to reach me, the same thing applies. So as I said, man, if you want to be a guest on this or on the Hip Hop Barbershop, because that's the other podcast, I'm on as well, let us know. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, enjoy your MLK holiday. Peace and blessings. One life, one love, one loop. Peace, God.